Well, hi everybody again. We are on the couch at my father's house again. Today we have Michelle Herman and Diego Herman, the two eldest children of Herman and Rachel, who you will have seen, if you watched the previous video, an interview, which was astounding. So these guys have grown up in the middle of a powerful move of God, born into it and grown up through it. But before we get to that, Darkness to Light, shockingly, is available now, surprising me. It's available at Balboa Books. It's better if you order it from Balboa Books than from Amazon, for me anyway. Amazon tend to empty your pockets a bit. But it will be up on Amazon soon, and the ebook will be up on Amazon very soon as well. So at the moment, you can buy this at Balboa Books in Europe, the USA, or Australia. And it's not too expensive. It's a good price, particularly in the US. And you can help me out, keep myself fed, because as you can see, I'm really skinny. I don't eat enough. Buy the book. Come on. And give a like and a share at the end of this video. You're going to love these guys. I adore them. All right. So two of my favourite people on the earth, Diego and Michelle. So let's start. I like to start with the girls. So, Michelle, you know, I was around when you were born.
Yeah.
And great joy to me to meet you as you came into the world. And the first thing I did, I held you and I said, welcome to the earth. Right?
Yeah.
God's got a great plan for you. So we receive you and welcome you and everything you'll be. And I wasn't quite there for your birth. I was for your other two brothers. But I was there not long later and the same thing. And you've become everything we saw that you would be. Wonderful, marvelous people. So let's start with you, Michelle. You're the eldest.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're the boss, really, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So your grandparents founded, along with Stube, founded LBTC in the Jalan Suci movement. LBTC is Lawang Bible Training College. And you guys have lived on the campus all your life.
All our lives, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's an astounding, different kind of life for most people.
Yeah.
So you have a view of things that many other people don't. So do you want to talk a little bit about what it's been like growing up in the Herman family?
Growing up in our family, we're really close to each other, everyone. Especially, we had the privilege to also be close with the students in the training center.
Yeah.
So it's also, we never have our house very quiet anymore because there's always a lot of people in the house.
Was it ever quiet?
Never. Even in the sofa's never quiet.
Yeah. I used to sleep in that house.
Oh yeah.
It was never quiet.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But yeah, it's a really fun house to grow up in, and especially having parents like Herman and Rachel. I think they really had a safe place for us to grow up.
Yeah.
Even living in the campus. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's marvelous. So you understand what is in the campus. Initially, all the staff and all the students would come in, all lived on the campus. And now, as different ones married and had children, they've kind of moved out of the campus into different homes. But, you know, you got a house built on the campus, so you've got your own. It's kind of not on the campus anyway, it's next door.
Yeah, next door.
And our house is behind their house. Mine and Carol's place is still. How's Jupiter's kitchen going? Because I built a kitchen.
Yeah.
It's going pretty well.
You're fine to use it, by the way.
Okay.
I
You will use it.
Yeah, no. It's there. Don't just let it sit there and not be used. I'd rather it be used. Great kitchen.
Yeah.
Very great kitchen.
So, the move of God began coming. And how old were you when the fire first hit?
I was about, was it in 2011 or?
2011, yeah.
Yeah, I was 10 years old then.
10.
10 years
The
old.
power of God comes. What happened to you during that?
Oh.
You want to burn a church?
Yeah. Actually, I think I remember that we went to Papua, to Ayamaru. And you guys brought me with you.
Yeah.
I was only 10 years old.
Just Iamaru is in Papua, which is the western part of all of Papua New Guinea, the Indonesian part. We travelled 10 hours on a muddy, slushy road into the jungle to a place called Iamaru, where there are over 1,000 people who greeted us and had palm leaves, and it's in the Taste and See movie, so you can watch that. And we're just all weeping as they're singing a song. And I think the song said, you know, thank you for coming to bless us in the name of the Lord. So anyway, go on. I just wanted to give people an idea of where that was.
So actually, when the fire first came to Indonesia, to Lawang, you guys brought me to Papua, and I was only 10 years old. I was in 4th grade, and I thought it was just like maybe a holiday trip for me, but when I was there,
it really wasn't that one.
It was that. I think I was in the same car with you and Carol as well, with my dad and my mom. I was sitting in the back seat. I was just hoping we could just get there fast. But
yeah, me too.
When we were there, I really enjoyed everything. But in the first session, when we, I think, introduced the team from Australia and also from Lawang, my grandpa asked me to introduce myself. I was only 10 years old, which I recall I didn't have this much communication skills or even public speaking. But yeah, I had to introduce myself by myself. And I can only remember that talking about the fire is that we were burned by the fire. So that's how I understood what's been going on with the fire, what's this fire about. So I introduced myself to the whole congregation, and I said, hi, my name is Michelle, I'm the daughter of Herman, I'm the granddaughter of Darto. And then I only said this one sentence, which is, I said, I am here to burn this church. And everybody was quiet for a second, and then they all laughed. Even the team. I cannot forget that moment, but yeah, I remember being a 10-year-old girl and praying over people. Like how I saw the team and all my parents and even you, I saw how we pray for people. And even I can remember clearly that when I approached this one girl, I haven't even touched her yet, and then she just went boom. So being a 10-year-old girl, experiencing all that, it was such an amazing experience. And it was actually my first ministry trip, if you can, remember that.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
I'll never forget Iamaru, because it's where it really, the second stage began. In Iamaru. And we called in everyone who was under the age of 25, because there's too many people who fit in the building. We sent all the grown-ups outside, got everyone under 25 in the room, and it was full. And it was like, Happy Christmas! Boom! And then there's like hundreds of young people just splattered all over the floor, lying on top of one another, demons coming out, weeping, crying. It was incredible. And then after we waited about an hour, I think, got them all up off the floor, because they would have been there for 4 hours like everyone else. Sent them outside, sent all their parents and all the grown-ups inside, and it takes a little longer for the grown-ups, because they have more of a reasoning mind. And so it took probably, half an hour to get the grown-ups to believe that this was Jesus. So, and then next thing you know, they're all over the floor. So and they really kicked up, in the jungle.
In the jungle.
So, Diego, you're a whole different kettle of fish to Michelle. Totally. I hate to say this, but she is prettier than you.
Of course she is.
But you're a good-looking boy. You come from good stock. So how old are you?
I'm 22 now.
Diego's 22, and how old are you now, Michelle?
25.
25. So both single. Great catch, by the way, both of you. Whoever you find in life is really going to live in the blessing of God. But anyway, I'm not trying to marry him off it. So, Diego, again, you come into the family second. So you would have been about 8 when that was happening in Iamaru.
Maybe 7. 7 or 8.
7, So what's your view? Now you're 22. You've been in this as a kid and as a teenager. What do you make of all this?
Well, I remember that time at Papua, I only play. That's it. I don't even go inside. I was like, what is this? I just found the kids, the Papuan kids, they just running and playing. I joined them because it's more fun to me to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like years after, and Michelle joined Ministry to Manado and stuff, I don't want to go. Herman, my father asked me to go. You should go. You should do this. No, I'm not interested in doing that. Dude. Until yeah, for
I think you inherited that from Herman.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can play my game. I can play anything I want. I can do more fun at home than going for a couple hours of flight. It's gonna be boring and stuff. But then something changes because I know there's a seed that was planted in me ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And one thing that I find it different maybe from Michelle, maybe, I don't know. But Jesus showed me the fun of doing ministry.
Yeah.
Because I hate no fun. I love fun.
I'm with you.
So I start a little bit late, if you want to say that, later than Michelle.
Later.
I started doing ministry. I don't remember when's the first time. I think it's... it's so much as 20...
She carried a bit more responsibility than you because she was the oldest.
Oh, yeah.
But you and I are middle children.
Yeah.
And these two here are firstborn. You're the middle children. You go and do the dishes, we're going to play.
That's true.
Yeah, so 2018 was the first time I really go to ministry, like really doing ministry. And it was youth camp at Sumatra with it was a big team, right?
Yeah.
So 2018, you were then what, 14?
Yeah, I was
14,
17.
Okay, yeah.
I went there with Abel, my best friend, and then... But I'm still clueless about this ministry stuff. The thing that I know is just we go, we pray for people, and there's gonna be song playing, there's gonna be people screaming, there's gonna be people manifesting tigers or stuff. But it was fun to see. It was fun to be there.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That time, and then that's the beginning of everything. That's the beginning where I wouldn't say encounters, but I think maybe through the fun that I found in that time, that's my first encounter with Jesus.
So both of you, incredible singers, right? We're amazing. Seems that all around my life, I've there's been people around who are just so talented. I hate all of you. So talented in singing and in music. And Michelle, you play guitar, right?
Yeah.
And you got a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
And Diego plays keyboard,
Yeah.
and teaches music, and both of you are leading the youth program.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's the deal with music and worship? Why is it such a big deal? Because some people, there's a lot going on in worship in the world. Let me give you some idea why I'm asking this question. Because my first days in Lawang, I sat with the worship team, and Herman was 17, just going on 18. And we, at that point, they were just singing songs, really, and old Indonesian songs. And so we went into Araruna, that big hall, that was a couple of years in. And we just spent a lot of time talking about intimacy with the Father. Yeah. And what it means to worship, meaning to pour the love He's given you back on Him, not just sing songs to manipulate an atmosphere or create an atmosphere for a preacher. And so you were born into some intimate worship. Yeah. So it obviously means a lot to both of you.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk a little bit about let's come back, and I'll come to you in a second. Come back to Michelle. Do you want to talk a little bit about your worship experience?
Yeah.
And why it's... feel that. Presence. Your worship experience and why it's so important.
We grew up in a very musical family. Yeah. Even our parents, they play music and they sing as well, so we kind of grew up into that. We love music, but we understand worship more when we started growing a lot of older. And even when we joined the worship team, I joined the worship team, I think, when I was in grade 7 or 8. I was only 13 or 14, if I remember, yeah. But all I understood was in the worship just play the music, but as I grew out of older, I finally understand what worship really means, and it just really means like all of our hearts, all of our bodies, everything in me is for the Lord. And
It's good.
and just recently in these past few years, being in my 20s, I really got really deep in that. I've had a really tough years before, these past few years. And actually, when I thought that, I lead worship as well in church. So in the moment when I thought that I'm not even good enough to lead worship, or when I've had all these struggles or problems that made me feel or think that I'm not good enough to even lead the people or even sing a song to Him, that's the moment that I should come anyway. I should worship anyway. And yeah, I think worship really
So good.
really helped me a lot during my tough years, and even through music I found healing. And through praise and worship I had a big fever, yeah. 2 years ago when we were on a ministry to Sumatra, to Siantar, and we were supposed to lead worship in the night session of the youth camp. But I always believe that there's power of healing as well in the praise and worship. So I led anyway and completely healed, no fever at all.
Yeah.
So I've experienced all the things about sickness, or healing, and especially how worship and just meeting Jesus through worship heals me and heals my heart. It's just the brokenness that we thought that made us feel like we're not good enough. And it's actually, that's when the point that you just need to come to Him and just worship Him anyway.
So you mentioned the brokenness. How do you get broken? You've got a wonderful family, you're loved, you're cared for, you're generational believers, you're born into and growing up through powerful move of God. But yet you're going through brokenness and struggles and rejection issues. You want to talk a bit about that? I know it's raw, but I think a lot of people think that people in ministry just have a glorious time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, being in a ministry with our family, even our parents, I thought it was, all I could think is just being pure in that. And just doing, I love meeting people. I love praying for people and just going all over the places to meet the young people. And I have the heart for that. But as I got deeper into that area in the ministry, I realized that not many people has the same heart as me, maybe. And maybe it's being born into this family, knowing our dad and our grandpa. I think it kind of highlighted us out of everyone. It kind of gave us a spotlight.
Yeah, certainly as pastors' kids.
Yeah.
You're in the spotlight.
Yeah, so that's why I think many people think that I think a lot of words were thrown at me personally, and how they would assume things about me and about I think questioning maybe my heart in the ministry perhaps, and just...
So someone who's as beautiful as you, as wonderful person that you are, and a wonderful family, and people still judge you and criticize.
Yeah, they still, sadly, yeah. And I just didn't understand back then why, because all that I've learned and all that we've been through is just us being pure in this ministry, just being pure for the people and for the heart of God. And so growing up in that and hearing a lot of expectations for people, or even standards that they built for us as a pastor's kid and grandkids, it's really hard, and it's really struggle. And it kind of hit me just a few years ago. So I got really broken, and because I thought that everyone has the same heart, has the same pureness, and really the same point of view about this ministry, because I just believe that we're on this all in this together. So I just really didn't understand back then why would you assume
Yeah.
like different things, how we did, because we only understand like just really it's just for the people and just for God. So
No one's immune
yeah,
from
that's
the
right.
enemy trying to get at you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the enemy really tried to break my confidence, even questioning my self worth. That we talked yesterday about not feeling even being good enough for anyone. Because I've been there. I felt that not being good enough to even maybe breathe the same air with the whole people, even just to go on ministry, even just to talk, or even like I love singing, I love music, just even to sing a song.
Yeah.
So that was the point of my brokenness, and that
Give the pastor's kids a break. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Diego, I love the way you worship. I've listened to songs that you put up on the net. I love the way you sing together. You're amazing. So why don't you talk to us about your worship life? The guy who just wanted to go out and play all the time.
Well, yeah. I have a lot of story about music and worship.
yeah.
So, I remember at my 10th year at high school, there was like a project in my music school. So the project is for us to be separated in groups and make a song, an original song. But at the same time, I have to go to Australia. So I didn't have a group. I go with myself. Then somehow I can write, I think 5 songs here in Australia. I remember playing keyboard at John's place back in Victoria. I wrote songs. I remember the songs that I choose to be a final song called One Step at a Time. And then we went back home. I presented to our teacher, and I joined a group of my friends. So we recorded that in the studio because that was part of the project.
Yeah.
But then the teacher loves the song so much, even the producer. But one day, the teacher called me, and one of my friends said, like, the producer wants to talk to you guys about the song. I was like, okay. I was thrilled because like, oh, I think I'm gonna be famous for this. I think I'll make a good song. So we were in a meeting, and they told us that they want to like sing the song. It's still gonna be credit for you, but we're gonna sing it, not you. With me being so not knowing about all this music, like like the papers and stuff, copyright and stuff.
Yeah.
I just say, oh yeah, go. I want to be famous. Turns out they already recorded before they asked us.
Oh.
And they even credit themselves as the songwriters. And only our names, not Diego Ferguson, just Diego. That's it.
Wow.
And I get back to the car from the studio, and my dad was so pissed at me. Why you do that? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I just say yes because I think it's a great opportunity for me. But then they make it worse. They released it, and they use our names in radios, like promoting us. But I know they're just using it for their own fame.
Yeah.
But nothing we can do. Even we did a meeting. My parents and my friends' parents and the producers and even my teachers is not protecting me.
Yeah.
He's protecting his friends, which is the producers.
Yeah.
So I can say, technically, they steal my song.
Yeah. Well, not technically. That's called illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But until one point, my mom said, just let it go. Maybe your song can be a blessing for them. And I was like, oh yeah, actually that makes sense. If it's gonna be a blessing, then so be it. I can write more songs.
Yeah.
I can write better songs. But that moment, that thing happening, turns out it breaks my heart because I grew up as a not that quiet, but I become quiet because
You were quiet.
yeah,
Except when you told me to go home to Australia.
Just laugh.
Yeah, I've become quiet, and I have these academics problems in school, especially when I go to Australia. My teachers told me, no, you don't need to do the assignments, just enjoy Australia. But when I come back home, they were like, why are you not doing anything? I was like, what's wrong with you guys? And yeah, from there it went downhill, and I become more, I wouldn't say depressed yet, but yeah, starting to go there. And I'm quiet. I express myself through songs that time, because I found it like, oh yeah, this is the way I'm gonna do my life, writing a song, expressing things from my heart through a song.
Yeah.
But then someone that I trust took that away from me, and I lose my trust even to music that time.
Yeah.
But then COVID hits. We did a home church, yeah, and Herman, my father, told us me and Michelle, to lead the worship. Back in the day, for me, leading worship is just to lead a song, just singing a song. So there's like, I don't understand about intimacy and stuff. They're just gonna sing a song, a good song. But then, almost like every week, it went wrong. We didn't start good, and our father always like, why are you guys being like this? So we argue while we lead the song. No, you go first. It was a mess. COVID was a mess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, during COVID, that's my other breakthrough, where I found healing from worship, from something that I wouldn't thought it's gonna be that big for me, because I thought worship is just singing a song. But worship is not just singing a song, it's more than just a song. Worship is where
It reminds me of the song. I'll bring you more
than a song,
Part of
or a song in
worship,
itself.
Love
Yeah,
that song.
and starting from there, I start to learn about worship, and came the day I have to do my final, what do you call it?
Thesis?
Yeah, my final
Oh,
thesis.
okay.
There's a big problem with that also, because my teacher, as my counselor, he gaslights me like a lot of things. And at the first test, at the first presentation, I failed. And all of my friends didn't fail, they just lose. They like got approved their test, but mine's not. Like, no, you have to do more revision, you need to fix this. It's like, okay. But at that moment, when my counselor said, like, you didn't pass,
Wow.
I'm not sad. I feel relief, because during those moments, I found God. Because my title for the thesis is the effects of hearing music while you're studying. And I remember there's like one native speaker counselor to see our English. She asked me about why you choose this, why you choose music, and why is it so important to you. And I explained about worship. I shouldn't have explained about worship, because it's a school program, and they test me from my thesis, from what's inside. There's nothing inside about worship, but at that Zoom, we were on a Zoom call, I'm talking about worship, and she was amazed by it. But maybe that's why I didn't get past. But yeah.
Well, it sounds to me, I think it stands out
Yeah.
that the enemy's targeted you.
Yeah.
Because he knew from when you were little, because of prophetic words spoken into your life, he knew who you're going to be.
Sure.
And so he set out to stop you being everything God created you to be.
Yeah.
And that's all I hear. I just hear that devil. That's why I love casting out demons.
Yeah.
Is just slap him every time.
Yeah.
And that's just him just systematically trying to break you down. And so you're at the point where that's failed. So what turned? What changed?
What changes? I realized I only have Jesus. That's it. And worship is, like Michelle said, all of my life is it's a living sacrifice for me. And yeah, everything changes starting from that moment, and I start to learn until this point where, well, actually just a few weeks ago I became the worship leader at church. And there's like one,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah. That's really good.
It's really.
Yeah.
I was like, what? No. When my father told me, you're gonna be worship leader this Sunday. I was like, nah. Yeah, no, you should do it. Okay. But there's one moment before we went to Australia. So if you remember, Jeff, I had a panic attack and I called you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that call, I went outside trying to get some sleep again. But then I was crying, and I saw Herman's guitar, my father's guitar, hanging up there. And the Holy Spirit told me you should pick that guitar up. I'm like, why? Because that guitar knows everything. Yeah. I was
That's
like,
interesting.
I was standing in front of the guitar for a couple minutes. I was like, I'm not daring to touch that guitar because I know something's gonna happen. So when I touched it, I started crying like I never cried that much before. And then I went to my brother's room. I can't sing because I'm still crying until I just fell down and bowed down on the floor. And I don't sing nothing. I was like, this is worship. When I have nothing, and I just
Say that again,
bow down.
would you? This is worship.
This is worship. When I have nothing, and all I can do is just being at the feet of Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
It's the highest
Yeah.
space we're ever gonna be.
Oh, we with you.
Yeah.
You know, we prepare worship each week in this room.
Oh.
And pretty much worship looks like this.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
And we're just crying and then the Holy Spirit will just, sing this song.
Yeah.
And then we start singing, and then Molly's like, you know, just the presence.
Yeah.
And every time His presence comes, it's just, I mean, I could just cry all the time. I mean, every day now, it's just, but, because you just get nearer and nearer, and you don't realize at first, but you can get nearer.
Yeah.
And nearer and nearer. And I found nothing in my life that pulls me nearer than just pour out my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks at it and goes, I love you. Yeah, it wrecks me every time. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So what's coming? Like, you know, we've been talking about rekindling the work, and you know you guys have been, you know, now you picked up the youth, which I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus had given me a number of things about what's coming, but I'm not going to talk about that. What's coming, Michelle? What do you see? You know, don't, but I'm not very prophetic. Of course you are. You've grown up in a prophetic move of God, a powerful one. So in your thoughts and in your heart, one, what do you see coming, and what do you want to see happen?
I just see like a whole new generation is rising up, and I think it's time even for our generation not to be silenced anymore.
Yeah.
And just to really stand up for the life of the people that haven't known Him yet, haven't known Jesus yet.
You love them, don't you?
I really love them. Wow.
Yeah, grab a couple of tissues, grab some tissues there.
Yeah, I just,
It's okay to cry in this room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just feel it. Yeah, I think I can see that it's really time.
Yes.
Thank you, Marley. Yeah, because we cannot contain this fire.
Yeah.
It needs to be spread out.
Yeah. So we're going for it, right?
We're going for
We're
it.
going after the whole generation.
Yep,
Like millions of them.
millions of them. Yeah.
I'm excited. No, I don't get excited a lot, but I'm excited about that. So Diego, and you know you're pretty much a point person now. So Yeah, we got to make sure we protect you. You know, the enemy's not going to have his way, right?
Yeah.
We're going to smack him down. Smack him down, right? Diego, what do you want to see? I mean, your passions are a little bit different, but what do you want to see in the future? What do you see coming?
Well, actually, like a couple months ago, maybe like last year, so I started designing shirts for our youth camp, but then God spoke to me about a name. It's like a brand name. It's called Kingdom Trap.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do like a clothing line called Kingdom Trap. But while doing it, I was like, it's not enough. It's not enough just selling shirts. I can just what did I like just selling shirts, that's it. And then God said it to me again, like, no, it's not just gonna be about selling shirts. It's gonna be more to it. Until December, Dino make a worship night at our school, and the worship team is alumni. Yeah. And we are all different people. Me and Michelle, we are full in ministry, and the others are doing their own life, not ministry.
Yeah.
I can say that. But then after the worship night, just told me that's the Kingdom Trap.
Mm.
And I was like, oh wow. So Kingdom Trap is like, so what I see from our generation now is like, they don't need like religious teachings and stuff.
Yeah.
They just need to know who Jesus is. And that's the point of Kingdom
Voila.
Trap. Yeah. But that's the vision. So Kingdom Trap is not just gonna be a cool thing, that's gonna be a movement. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. We're not talking about a church, we're talking about a movement.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm in. I got a few years left in me. I do. You know, a number of years ago, it was been about 12, maybe a few more years ago, the Lord pulled me up into a place, took me out of my body, took me up somewhere. And I said to him, where are we? What am I doing here? And he said, look. And he pointed over there, and there's a fog. And people started coming through the fog. And first it was an American Indian and a cowboy. I thought, well, that's weird. And he said, they're coming, Jeffrey. And then pouring through the fog came people from every nation. And I was just seeing all these like old, because modern everyone's starting to dress the same, but it was old, more traditional dress to tell me these are all the nations of the world. And then there's 10, 100 and 1,000 and millions of people coming through the fog. And Jesus said to me, Jeffrey, get them ready, they're coming. Now I knew that he meant he's bringing a harvest of people in. He's going to bring the souls of the world into the kingdom. And get them ready was getting the church ready.
Yeah.
And then he said this to me, he said, I want you to devote yourself to the generation that's coming in front of you now. And devote yourself to training leaders to care for them and pastor them. And so I'm, as I've always been in. You know, the vision for your country that I saw many, many years ago has not been fulfilled. You know, I think what we did is, you know, we've all learned. Wars won, wars lost. You know, we've lost a few, and we won a few. But I think this time going in, we're all going in much better equipped. I mean, I think we're ready to smash the ground up. All right, it's going to be exciting. I'm so glad you guys are at the point. I know how much you love people, both of you. That you're two of the most caring people I've ever known. And the way that you love Jesus and the way that you love people is amazing to me. There's a lot of people out there who, you know, they'll sit in churches, or young people who, they're hungry for something. Is there something you want to say to them? How do I find what I'm hungry for? Tell them.
You just ask, and he will come to you. Just ask for Jesus, and he will meet you right where you are.
Yeah, that's awesome. Diego?
Just surrender.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, stop fighting.
Stop fighting.
Stop fighting for all the things you want for yourself.
Yeah.
And just surrender. He loves you, right?
He loves you so much.
And He's got the best for you.
Yeah.
And no, you don't have to become a goody-goody, law-abiding Christian, right?
Yeah.
You can just be yourself.
Yep.
I mean, that's our first rule, by the way.
Yep.
My father's house and in Lawang, you know, you get to be yourself, even though it's a bit of a war to be that. Because if you're going to be yourself, you're going to face rejection, you're going to face judgment.
Yeah.
Satan is so afraid that we'll just be ourselves when we have Jesus in us. And so the great war is rejection. The great battle is you can be anything but you.
Yeah.
And the enemy will use anything and anyone to tell you that. The beautiful thing at this time in my life, the fear of punishment is gone from my life. I don't have any, and I don't have any shame, and so I can't be controlled, and so I get to be the person I am. And you know, and if something's broken, then that's going to come up. But if you're not allowed to be who you are, you push your brokenness down. And the thing that you know, and this is what your father has fought for, is the right to be him, the right to be himself, and against a lot of odds. And you getting to be yourself isn't a license to be a fool, be an idiot, but it's the right to be able to be seen. And you know, if you've got bondage and demonization, then that needs to come to the surface and be buried. And if you're broken, that needs to, you need an environment where people will love you, let you be you, and get rid of those bondages and liberate you to be fully who you are. And I found this, and Indonesia was the greatest part of that happening for me. Because for quite a long time, I mean, everyone thought, everyone in Australia is like me. I thought, that's cool, right? Until they find out that they're quite not. But it was in the years of Indonesia that I really learnt how to be me. Because in my country, here in Australia, I was constantly marginalised and judged and gossiped about and slandered. The littlest mistakes became mountains in the eyes of people. I was punished constantly just for being me. But I didn't know how to be anything other than me. And I tried to conform and be religious, but I wasn't just good at it. So Christianity didn't work real well for me, but Jesus has always worked for me. And so pastors' kids growing up in a move of God, in a Bible training campus, and you went through the same journey.
Yeah, we did.
Because everyone's going through the same journey. That devil's over here, and Jesus over here loving us, and you're going to smack him. Yeah. And so we get the right to smack that devil out of the planet. It's good. Awesome. Well, it's been wonderful having Diego and Michelle. There's another two kids in this family. Yeah, they're something. I get the interviews there. I mean, the next one along, he's something. So the other two, they're amazing people. And it's been wonderful. I'm so glad you came to visit us in this trip. It's been 6 years since I've seen these guys because of COVID and all the rubbish that went with it. But we'll be seeing each other a lot more. Yeah. So, Diego, would you like to pray for people? You could just brief prayer. Just people looking, going, and what you won't realise, people be looking, going, they see the presence of God here, because the presence is all over you, and their hearts are open, and they would love, I'm sure, maybe not all of them, but for those of you who would, do you want to just pray for young people?
Okay.
Yeah.
In English, right?
Yeah.
If you can. If not, pray in Indonesian. No, I don't mind.
Okay. So we close our eyes?
You be self.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our Father in heaven, your presence is heaven to us, and let all the hearts of the young people all over the world, not just young people, actually everyone, be more hungry and thirsty for you, for the pureness, the purity in you, Jesus. And may you bless our heart with a childlike wonder. And we love you, Jesus, and until the whole world knows.
Yeah.
Amen.
That men may know that you, whose name alone is the Lord, are the Most High God. over all the earth. We love you even though we don't know you, because we can't help loving people because someone stepped down out of heaven and loved us. That was Jesus.
Yeah.
My Father sent him not to condemn the world, but that we might be saved and have life in him. Such is the love of my Father. Jesus came to demonstrate it. We believe in demonstrating the love of God. You know, we are lovers of him, and it makes us lovers of people. Buy the book, it's a great read, you'll enjoy it. You'll see these guys in a couple of weeks. The mum and dad will come up first on the feed. Ordinary people, miraculous lives. These guys have seen more miracles than you've ever read in any book in your life. And it's been wonderful for me to know you. Your whole life.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So bless you. Have a great day from my father's house. We'll talk to you again soon.